Stood hard when abstract threats, too noble to neglect, deceived me into thinking I had something to protect. Good and bad, I define these terms quite clear, no doubt, somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Okay, right, now, that was the Birds. Sorry about the slight technical delay there. I had the line switched to telephone when I was really wanting to have it switched to Skype, because apparently Skype doesn't mind me speaking to people in continental North America, Canada, and anywhere else, but it doesn't like me speaking to Glasgow. Hi, Lisa, we have AED on the line here from San Francisco, yeah?
Yes, that's right. How are you doing today, Donald? What time is it there?
I'm doing great. Sorry, what time? It's just gone 7 p.m. here. I've been on air since 10 a.m. and just starting hour 10. So that's 9 hours I've broadcast. I'm starting my 10th hour, and I just have to go till 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
What are you doing? What are you doing to stay awake?
Talking to marvellous people like you. And I've got some cans of energy drink as well, and I believe there's some lovely curry on its way. But no, I shouldn't have any real problem staying awake. The adrenaline does help. But yeah, it's just wonderful speaking to people like yourselves. I had somebody from Canada on maybe about an hour ago. And then somebody from Glasgow who'd been in the studio today finishing a recording, and she emailed me the track, and we played that about 25 minutes ago. Gave it as world exclusive, and it's great to be a part of this, and it's great to have people like you doing what you do. That little happy birthday video, for instance, was wonderful. AED, of course, is the lady who did a happy birthday video for Generate Radio, which is just over 2 years old now, which is why I'm doing this 24-hour show. But enough of me blethering. Sorry, it's you I want to hear. What are you up to?
It's all
now?
good. I'm glad to hear I'm glad to hear what you're up to too. It's been fun to hear. So right now you're catching me. I'm from San Francisco, but I'm in LA because we're down for the LA Music Awards voting party. So we just did that last night. And it was a wonderful event, lots of amazing entertainers and performers. And it's a series of events that are related to the LA Music Awards. The next one will actually be the awards show in November. So if we did good last night, you'll expect that we'll be at the awards show in November. So it was a lot of fun.
Lovely. And it's good to keep track of what you're doing. And thankfully, the internet and social media make that really possible. And I was really quite thrilled to be able to see the video of you at there was some festival that you were playing at recently for.
Thank you. Yes, that was Cure JM. It was
Cure JM, yeah,
so I've had. I went up there to contribute my time and perform and tell my story for some kids that have an autoimmune condition that's very similar to mine. And so it was really neat to be a part of this event that ended up raising $120,000 in the weekend.
Excellent. That's great.
It was really great to know that that's going to research, So we went up to, I think that was in Hillsboro, which is near Portland, Oregon. So, yeah, that was a really neat experience. And you're also catching me September 18th. I just did a release of a new album. And you might remember we released an album called Skeletons of the Muse just in April. And what's wild is that my producer approached me after that and really thought we should do a children's album. So we combined elements from Skeletons, we created some new songs, and then we had narration and voiceovers, and we created an album, geared at tweens and young adults called Is Love a Fairy Tale? And we just submitted for the Grammys. So that's what's new and exciting here.
Lovely. Well, thanks very much for taking out some of your taking some time out from your day, even to speak to us here. It's great to hear from you. What have you got?
Oh my gosh! Of course.
Sorry, what have you got planned for the rest of the day?
I just said, of course.
Oh, sorry, I've lost you. I'm not.
You can't hear me anymore?
Oh no, got you there. Yep.
No worries.
Right.
Anyways, enjoy the rest of the time, and thanks. I'm glad that you enjoyed the birthday video. Happy birthday, Generate Radio, and it was always a pleasure. And hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah, sure. And I think things seem to be breaking up a little bit, so I'll leave it there anyway. I'm going to play the marvellous inspirational track of yours called "What You Got." I think it's a great message for everybody, what's in this. So, thanks again. I'll be in touch. Edie in Los Angeles. Yes? Today.
Yes. Thanks, Don.
Right. Okay. Bye.
This is Edie, compelling pop for your heart from San Francisco, California. And you're listening to Donald Strachan on Generate Radio, global music from Berwickshire.
When life is hurling lemons at your face, when you've no right and can't race, and you've just lost your mate to that obnoxious tramp, and doors are slamming, when all you can do is hide till it's through. You gotta do what you can with what you got. You gotta move to the groove with what you got. You gotta go on with the flow. Just take it slow and do what you can with what you got. Don't try to be something that you're not. Just go on with what you got. What you got.
And that was Edie there, speaking to us today from Los Angeles, although she normally is based in San Francisco. And yes, quite an inspirational song, I think. Do what you can with what you've got. Don't start moaning about what you don't have and blaming other people. Just acceptance. It might be hard at times, but accept what you've got and just make the most of things is quite a good message, I would say. It's a little bit after 7 p.m. It's 10 minutes past 7 p.m. into my 10th hour on my 24-hour showcase today. So it's time for my themed song for the time, and it's a track called 7 p.m. by Jan Tiersen. I think that's maybe what I needed. have we got a track? Oh yeah, track one lined up here. That was quite chilled. That was Jan Tiersen and a track called 7 p.m. and it's just gone 7 p.m. 7:13 and 21 seconds. Bill is back with us now that we've done my Skype calls and stuff, and we've got some music from a bit of a legend.
A bit of a legend, yeah. Mr. Dylan coming up next. And this is the track Hurricane. It's from his album Desire. I suppose his last protest song. It was really in defence of Reuben Hurricane Carter.
Yeah.
It was very high profile at the time. It was Dylan, Muhammad Ali was on board. And the guy was eventually pardoned, and then once he was released, he threw up his hands and said, "I did do it."
Yes, life is complex, isn't it?
Life is complex.
Right,
but a good song nonetheless.
Yep.
Here it comes, Hurricane.
Bob Dylan's Hurricane, right.
Shots ring out in a barroom night. Enter Betty Valentine from the upper hall. She sees a bartender in a pool of blood. Cries out, "My God, they've killed them all." Here comes the story of the hurricane. The man the authorities came to blame for something that he never done. Put in a prison cell, but one time he could have been the champion of the world.
Oh, get the microphones up there, and there's a lovely smell in here.
Oh,
the curry has arrived. Thank you, Craig. If you're on the webcam, look at that. That's brilliant. Now, among other things, I'll try and change the disc. Oh, Rum Sodomy and the Lash. What's the track? My favourite track from this one is...
what would that be, Donald?
I'm just trying to remember.
It wouldn't be A Pair of Brown Eyes, would it?
No, it wasn't.
No.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different. I Am a Man You Don't Meet Every Day.
Ah, well, it's actually the track.
But you don't want to play that,
track,
right?
Well, I mean, go on then, Donald.
What number is that?
I think you deserve it, aye. Because A Man You Don't Meet Every Day is track 4 on that, Donald. I was going to play A Pair of Brown Eyes.
A Pair of Brown Eyes I like, but I have to say...
I would say they're pretty...
Man You Don't Meet Every Day is rather special.
It's pretty special.
Right.
So we'll go for that.
We'll go for that then.
Yeah.
This is the Pogues.
The Pogues.
Very photogenic lead singer, I believe.
Yes, aye.
Yeah.
He's a dentist's nightmare.
Yeah. Here
My name is Chuck Stewart. I'm a canny gunman and a roving young fella I've been. So easy and free when you drink, and when the I'm alone you don't meet every day. I have acres of land, I have men I command, I have always a shilling. Can when me, I'm a man you don't meet every day. So be easy and free when you drink, and when me, I'm a man you don't meet every day.
right, sorry, I thought that was going to go into something else there, but I apologise. Right, okay, that was the Pogues. Lovely mellow track.
Well chosen, Donald, well chosen.
And we've got...
now we have a track from Mink DeVille, and this is track number 3 on that CD,
track number
Donald.
3, we'll have to wait for it to read it, and then...
And this is Mink DeVille from their 1977 album Cabretta, their first album, if memory serves me correctly.
Right,
and
okay.
It's a track called Spanish Stroll.
Spanish Stroll. I was wondering if that was going to be it. I love that. That's good. Here we go. And that was Mink DeVille, Spanish Stroll, and I'm just loving this curry. Thank you, Craig. Kelso Tandoori, you rock. Yeah, they're great little place that. Okay, right, Bill, I've got a couple of questions that I've been asking the presenters when they come in.
Yeah, that's
so. I'm not going to miss you out at all.
No, I shall try not to cough and splutter throughout them.
I suspect I might know the answer to the first one, but I'll go with it anyway. How did you first hear about Generate Radio?
Well, I heard about them right for their inception, really, because my wife Jan, my good lady Jan, being a youth worker locally in Duns, Oscar and Kyle were graduates of the first media group that they set up there. So I've kind of had a soft spot for the boys and followed them really for the inception of the radio station. Aye.
Right, and what got you to want to sort of get yourself involved?
Well, there was a selfish element to it, and I've always wanted to try my hand at a bit DJing, and I'm known in our household as the music Nazi, and I thought, well, what better than to be able to go and play an hour of your own choice of music every week. Yeah. I thought, well, that's great. But yeah, but that's on the lighter side, but the other side of the coin also, I just felt that the boys, any support I could lend in any shape or form, I thought they were more than deserving of it, because they have a real enthusiasm for it, and they've been going for just over 2 years now, and that enthusiasm has never waned, and it's just a great, it's just great. It's great for the local area, it's great for Duns, it's and the surrounding area.
It's not always been easy for them, but they've always persevered and they've not given up, which is a great thing, I think.
Yeah, they're not quitters. That's what I admire about them. Yeah, they really go for it.
Now, had you had any previous experience of radio work, media work, or?
Oh no, none whatsoever, Donald. No, just flying by the seat of my pants.
But I've heard some stories about something called Clockwork Orange.
Oh, well, I was...
That's going back a bit. And we're not talking about the film, are we?
We're not talking about
Stanley Kubrick's film, which when I first heard mention of this, I thought that's what was being referred to.
Aye, no. A band way back in the day, 69, 70, 71, band formed with some of my friends, Norman Dodds, who many of you may know. And their image was nothing like the Clockwork Orange movie with the droogs. We didn't wear
no white boiler
suits, big boots, and bowler hats. We looked more like members of Wishbone Ash or something, where regulation shoulder length hair. But great fun.
Denim,
great fun.
Right. Okay. I'm looking at the clock behind you here. I've got another call scheduled for about around about 22. So this next track will take us up to that, I think, and it's the Black Keys. And according to this display here, is it called Nova Baby?
That's the one. That's
right. This is clever stuff. I should use these CD decks more often.
I'm actually running out. I've virtually run out of CDs now. I'm afraid I've only brought enough for about an hour or so.
Oh, not to worry. It's been a pleasure having you here. I've got a couple of questions to put to you after the call, but first of all, we shall play the Black Keys.
Yeah. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Right, okay, I've now got all the buttons and sliders in the right place. That was the Black Keys with, was it Nova Baby? And that takes me on to another call, yet another call, and this is, according to the screen, I'm speaking to Simon Whitton of Sawsound.
Evening, Donald.
Hi. Is that...
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's great to have you. I've got a couple of signed copies of your CD here as well.
Oh, great! I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I'll play one of the tracks from it after we've had a chat. Maybe at some point in the future we'll get together for a longer, more in-depth chat. I've got your press kit and stuff here, but I'm trying to cram as much as I can into this 24-hour period. So the people that are calling in, I'm basically just having a quick touch base. And you're with a band called Sawsound.
Yeah, Sawsound.
And you're represented by Iconique, Alexandra Cahutas.
Yeah, we just sort of signed with her, and she's sort of managing a lot of things that we're glad that she can help us with, and because obviously we want to concentrate on making us as original and sort of creative music as we can do, and it's good to have someone else on board. It's good to have a team of people that can help out. It's all about that for people that are independent, and it's great. Yeah,
Alexandra's very supportive, great person to have representing you, I would have said. I would guess then that you're based in southeast of England, perhaps London area.
I'm originally from Bradford, and sort of grew up in Leeds, Bradford, studied in Huddersfield, but I moved out of London.
Right.
Just a few more people down here, I guess, doing the creative things, and a lot of artists and stuff, and it's good. It's a good atmosphere down here. It's not easy. I mean, it takes a while to find things and to settle in, but it's been great so far. And Alexandra's definitely it's a good step, because she's very hungry to get into the industry, and it's good. It's good.
Yeah, and it's great that people like her can put me in touch with bands like yourself. So,
likewise.
What kind of day have you had so far?
I'm sorry. What kind of career?
No, what kind of day? Friday. What have you been up to today? Anything exciting?
On my day. Well, I also work full time down here, which is good. I mean, I'm lucky to have that to help me with the music, and obviously the more being independent, it does help to save a bit and to be able to sort of really invest in doing good gigs and helping to branch out, and that's been a help. But today I just worked, and I'm playing tonight with a band, another band called Horn Man, and I'll let you know some more about them at some point.
Right.
But on Sunday, I've got a really great opportunity. Really, a great artist, somebody I really admire, Karina Round. She's supporting her sort of fourth album, Tiger Mending, and supporting her in Leeds, which will be a great show for me. I'm just honoured and thrilled to be doing that one.
Yep. Holding down a job and being trying to forge a musical career must be extremely hard work. But without the money coming in, it would be even harder, I would imagine. So, good for you for keeping up the effort. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the other thing is that immediately thinking that you only want to do things musically that are going to earn you money, that is automatically kind of it's a step away from the art, the artistic and the creative kind of journey, because it's not really the way I see it is it's not really a business. You can put, it's great to have some money to put into it, but as soon as you start having to depend on making money from it, then you have to sort of compromise. And to be honest, I don't want to end up just sort of playing. Mainly, I guess I don't end up playing other people's material. Really, yeah. Best thing for me is the creative process and making the music and performing my own music. I mean, that's it really. The job helps. I have no sort of aspiration, I guess, to one day be totally jobless and to rely on the music. But of course, if it takes off and money gets made, then brilliant. I mean, we thank everyone for the support. If everyone visits the website, can buy the music there, or at the shows they can buy merchandise and stuff. It just it really helps out. Yeah. So we thank people for that.
Good. You sound very practical. It sounds like you got your head screwed on the right way and being realistic about things, which is good.
Yeah.
And I think the technology nowadays, to a certain extent, helps. It makes it a little bit easier to get your stuff out there and be independent without having to have the backing of great big major labels and so on. So, thanks for giving up your time tonight. I hope the gig goes well. And we'll maybe keep in touch.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
And maybe have a longer chat at some future show. But in the meantime, thank you for calling. And I'm going to play...
Which track are you going to play, sorry?
I'm going to play Echo Location.
Great.
Slight return, isn't it? Yep, Echo Location. Yeah. Yep.
Thanks. Yeah, nice chilled out one. Cheers. Yeah, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Simon.
Thanks for having me on. Cheers.
Good to chat to you. Bye.
Great. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye. And if I do that... And now I have to find... It's all very well me saying do that, do this, do the next thing, but you can't see. Oh, you can see some of the things. There we go. Here we have Sawsound.
Breathing in oceanic when the last note is lit, like everyone I wanna be the first who burn.
Well, after the day I've had, I think it was rather nice to have that track there. It's just helped to chill me down a little bit. That was Sawsound. I was speaking to Simon from Sawsound ahead of a gig tonight. I never got around to asking him where he was playing, but I hope it goes well anyway. And I'm waiting for a call from Chris Grant. We're going to chat things football. I know it's not something I usually do, but in the meantime, I'm going to play a track by Tiger Lily, it was in fact through Tiger Lily that I got in contact with Alexandra Kahuta, who is managing and representing Sawsound. And if any of you have heard my recent jingle, you'll recognise the music from this. this is her song that was inspired by this summer's Olympic Games. It's called Let the Games Begin.
Things that I like to say, put it all out on the table, make it Tiger Lily, Rhyme Star.
Ha! That was Tiger Lily featuring her brother Rhyme Star. Let the Games Begin. And this call that I'm waiting for hasn't turned up yet, so we shall continue to quiz Mr. Dishington here. And what would you say has been your most memorable moment of being involved in Generate Radio here?
The most memorable moment, that's you've really put me on the spot there, Donald. The most memorable moment, there's really been so many of them. I'm going to have to pass on that one, Donald. There's just too many, and I'm not jesting.
I suppose that's a good thing, because it means that there's lots and lots of exciting things and getting.
It's pretty much non-stop fun, really.
Yep. Yeah. And how do you have any plans for your future involvement? Do you see it continuing just as it is, or do you think you might get more involved?
Well, I'd like to become more involved on the technical side of things, right. And now that I'm kind of semi-retired, I've got more time at my disposal, and although at the moment being involved at the level I am is great fun, but I feel I can commit more time to the station and its aims and values now, and I'm hoping to do that in the near future. Once I get around to learning some of the technology, and maybe taking a more in-depth and level of involvement with them.
Yep. Well, thanks for giving up your time to come in, to bring in some of your CDs.
No, we're all in this together, Donald.
Great having you.
Some of us a lesser commitment than others, but it's thoroughly enjoyable.
Now, you mentioned you made a hint about Wishbone Ash earlier.
I did, yes.
So I've got some Wishbone Ash I'm going to play just now. It'll also take us up towards the top of the hour when I should be getting another call. I need to just confirm that, but. This is a track from Wishbone Ash, and it's rather a good one, I think, and it's called Warrior. Do you remember that?
I remember that one, Donald, yes. I shall hang around for a while and listen.
Five minutes, so that should take us just up to about 8 o'clock. Okay, here's Wishbone Ash. Okay, that was not Wishbone Ash Warrior, it was Wishbone Ash something. And I now have Cassandra on the line from somewhere on the west coast of America. Hi.
Hello.
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 Are you hearing me?
Yes, I hear you, Donald.
Okay, good. All right, I remembered to put my headphones on. I wondered why your voice was sounding rather strange from the side of me. Right, okay, we're in business. You've been rather busy recently with this stage production. First of all, can you tell us where exactly you are in America? Is it Los Angeles?
Yes, I'm in Los Angeles, and to be a little bit more specific, I'm in Malibu, so by the coast. I love the ocean. I've
heard of Malibu. We have a drink over here called, well, I suppose you have it there too, Malibu, but yeah, never been. Sounds divine. Okay, so you're... Yeah. So it's quite dark outside now. It's 8 o'clock in the evening here, but it'll be afternoon with you. My time zone conversions are all to pot. So what time of the day are you just now?
So we have it right now noon. It's exactly 12 o'clock.
Right.
And you guys have it 8 o'clock in the evening, which is a great time for the UK.
Yeah. But it's great to hear from you. Can you tell us a bit about this stage production that you got yourself involved in recently with all the dancers?
Yes, I was asked to do a musical. It's a ballet musical, and I was really honored by the American Ballet of Los Angeles, which are a friend of mine, both directors. We have met over a piece of the stage production that I have been doing, and I have involved them into the opening of my show because I always liked ballet. I dance ballet myself. So I have put two of their dancers into my show, opening my show with a ballet piece to dance electronic music, a poetry piece that I have written and produced by my producer, Andre Knight. And there came the idea, hey, we are doing a big stage production in a theater. It's going to be a real theater production, so very different than what we do as artists on a normal stage with monitor speakers and all the gear on stage. And I was really excited, so they basically brought me in as a part of their show. And I was singing Finger on the Trigger. The whole play was taking part in Monte Carlo during film festival. That was the whole theme. And they also featured a lot of my music. There's, for example, Faded, which is the poetry piece. There is Damned If I Know that they featured, Finger on the Trigger, Red Box, Come Up Fighting, which they basically have put in choreography. And each scene is featuring my song and is telling the whole story of the great Giselle, which that was the name of the play. And I was really excited to be part of that. It was a very different experience. I just loved it. I was working with a fashion designer who worked for The Voice. You know, The Voice on in America. I don't know if you guys also have it in. Do you have it in Britain?
The Voice started its first season last year, and I think they're currently auditioning just now. A couple of local singers have auditioned for it. Yep.
Yeah, it's an awesome show. I have to say, I'm really not into all those shows, but The Voice is very, very unique, very different. I just love it. I'm a big fan. So my stylist works for The Voice, and he also helped me out with that show, putting me into this cool golden costume that had like a little Egyptian feel to it. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing just last 2 weekends. It was exciting, and I'm already back in business. Had yesterday's show, having tomorrow I'm going to Apple Valley. There's a big music festival happening there with DJs, and it's going to be mainly DJs, and I'm going to be one of the very last acts that are performing there, so that's going to be exciting. And on Sunday we're doing a fashion show that I'm performing.
Excellent. Busy weekend coming up for you. I probably will be sleeping for some of it. Now, two songs I want to speak to you about. Maybe in the future we can have a longer chat. But first of all, Come Up Fighting. That features Durga McBroom. Is that the first time you've worked with her?
That is correct, Donald. Come Up Fighting is really a song very close and deep to my heart. And a little secret I have to tell you guys, all in the UK, that song was co-written with a writer from the UK, Mr. Andy Littlewood from Doncaster, so that's a personal shout-out to him.
All right.
He was writing the song with me, and then I took it here to Los Angeles and co-produced it and had Durga McBroom from Pink Floyd in there. She's a personal friend of mine. I've met her years ago. We were working on a project and long time ago, and I met her, and then I haven't seen her in many years. And I thought I need a voice for that. That's kind of very mystic and it's very unique, and that's why I thought of Durga. And we brought her into the studio and just did it, and she basically is featured on that song, Come Up Fighting.
Yeah, what tremendous voice she has. Excellent. And finally, just before I let you get away to enjoy, I take it it's sunny out there in Malibu, is it?
It's very sunny.
Yeah. It's a while since we've seen the sun here. Right.
Did you look up on Google?
Red Box. I'm going to be playing Red Box next. What can you tell me about that one?
That's a total fun song. Red Box is a dance electronic song, which I co-wrote with a team. Let me think. That was, I think, also a team from Europe, and we produced it here with a producer that worked with Usher and Cobra Starship and Demi Lovato. I co-produced that song with J.D. Salvego here in Los Angeles and Hollywood. And it's one of my favorite songs, actually, Donald, I have to tell you, besides Finger on the Trigger. And that one is just a fun song. We play that live, and live it becomes almost like a rock song. So you hear it the way you guys will hear it on radio now. It's a beautiful dance electronic song, positive, happy lyrics, a little naughty.
Yeah.
And
Yep,
but
good.
here again, you could always see what it is. We actually had the idea of maybe putting it out for Christmas and just put a red box on the cover. That was a fun idea we had when I should, if we are going to do it. And yeah, I love performing that song live. That song live will become with live drums, with guitars, a total rock song. It's quite cool what you can do with music.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I'll play that once we've gone off air with you. Thanks for giving me your time, and I'll look forward to keeping track of how things go with you in the future.
Thank you. Shout out to everybody who's listening. Thank you.
Okay, right. Thanks very much, and I shall now press play, and we can hear Red Box. And that was Cassandra there with Red Box. Now I'm going to try and catch somebody who's been a cat and mouse game trying to get this guy on the line all day. But I don't have your phone number, Chris. Don't have phone number. This is just a nightmare. Get online, Chris. Oh dear, I'm going to have to find another piece of music to play. You're offline. Oh, this isn't it. Trying to get this guy on the line. All right. Okay. He's going to phone now. Alan, could you... Right. All right. This is mad. It's mad. I'll press this and maybe, yeah. There's no hiding. This is live radio. Hi. Finally, it's been a nightmare trying to get in contact with you today, hasn't it, Chris?
It's been good fun today.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Finally, we've made it. We're speaking, and I'm now into my 11th hour here on Generate Radio, and you've come to chat for me briefly about one of the burning issues in football at the moment, and that's John Terry. Yeah. Who seems to think it's perfectly all right to use language like that on the pitch. As long as he didn't mean it in a racist way, it's perfectly all right. I've got my views. What are your views?
For them?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to pick up the microphone. Right. I'm not sure if you heard what I said there. John Terry seems to think that it's perfectly all right for him to use the language that he used. It's perfectly acceptable in the game of friendly football. It's just a friendly little bit of banter, and as long as he didn't mean it in a racist way, there's nothing wrong with it. I've got my views. What are yours?
I don't think he's guilty. I honestly don't. The Crown Prosecution Service did not find him guilty. So why are the FA finding him guilty? I honestly think he's innocent.
Well, I mean, I think the point is the courts have a higher level of proof required to prove an offence, whereas the FA, I mean, surely the guy's admitted he used the words. It's not a case that he's denying he used the words. It's the context he used them in, and
there is no excuse. Racial abuse should not be tolerated anywhere, or actually full stop abuse.
Yeah, well, I mean, my feeling is,
disabled abuse, I'm against that anyway. I'm against all kinds of abuse, but disabled quite close to heart.
Yeah, but I mean, one good point was made this morning that on the Radio Scotland phone-in, that if John Terry claims that he was simply repeating what had been said to him by, was it Anton Ferdinand?
Yeah.
Why did Anton Ferdinand not get exactly the same punishment for saying exactly the same things? I just don't know. I don't understand it.
It's rules for one and rules for another. That's what I find very much so just now, Donald.
Yeah. It's dragging it's taking the focus away from the actual game, I think, and concentrating on other things. But on a more positive note, what's the Staggies going to be doing tomorrow? Who are they going to be?
Are down in Paisley tomorrow. St Mirren is the venue for the SPL game, which is hopefully a 3-pointer tomorrow.
Good. Well, I've no axe to grind, but I hope you get the result you're after.
Well, after last week, we need it.
Yeah, well, that was your first defeat in how many games?
40 games. It's incredible, you know.
Had to come sometime, I suppose. But are you off to Paisley yourself?
I wish, but unfortunately I'm involved in this new project up here, so it kind of we've got a chap come over from Ireland, so I'm getting everything ready for him.
Okay, and that's ABC, Alness Broadcasting Company.
Yes, and we'll be obviously working alongside Generate, so any musicians want music played, just get in touch with us. And go back to football very quick, Donald. I'm just seeing a breaking news story coming in there just now. Steve Keane has resigned as Blackburn Rovers manager.
I'm glad you said that. I was going to say, who's Steve Keane? Right, okay.
He's actually a Scottish. He's from Glasgow.
Right.
And he's been forced to leave.
More politics, is it?
Yeah, I think it looks to me. He's not in a very good time. He's been there since 2010. He's only won 21 games, drew 16, and lost 37 of his 74 matches. And he got relegated. He got the Blackburn Rovers relegated from last year.
Harsh business out there. Well, thanks very much for giving up your time to continually try to contact me.
Cool.
It's been a pleasure. We'll talk again soon. Okay.
Right. Enjoy the rest of 24 hours, Donald.
I'll do my best. Cheers, mate. Bye.